It is happy hour segment time. I am so excited about this because I will be interviewing the most famous queen that I know, Baileys Bartending, Mrs. Dottie Bailey. So y'all realize if I call her Miss Dottie, Miss Dottie, Miss Dottie, Miss Dottie, it's because that's how I basically know her, met her. So I just call her Miss Dottie, but everybody else know her as Dottie, Bailey, everything else. So, but Miss Dottie will be joining us soon. I hope everybody has their cocktail. Happy tequila day. I'm drinking my margarita over here, so I hope everybody else is having a good one. Hey Z girl, thank you for joining. I'm definitely waiting for everybody else to come in and join, especially Miss Dottie to get on here. But while everybody is joining on, I definitely want you guys to know, these segments are definitely for Black entrepreneurs, people who already have started their business or even upcoming business owners, and definitely just wanted to go ahead and get their business off running and wanted to promote their business. Just want to definitely, get inside their heads about the ins and out of their business, how they did it, why they're doing it, and as well, just, understanding the background and just it's in your community. So just about building each other and helping each other and supporting one another. So I'm definitely excited. I see Miss Bailey just joined us. Miss Dottie just joined us. So we're definitely going to get into some things. I'm going to tell you, for those who don't know me, I'm definitely going to tell you a little bit about myself. Miss Dottie's going to come in and she's going to tell you a little bit about herself, and we're going to go definitely from there. But let's go ahead and try to add Miss Dottie in here. Hey, Mrs. Dottie!
It worked.
What is going on? How you doing, beautiful?
I tried to do it on the phone, on the computer, but it wouldn't work for some reason.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know how to do it. So somebody let me know what's going on. But how are you doing today? You looking all gorgeous.
Thank you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Tequila Friday. It's Tequila Friday today.
Cabernet Sauvignon. That's
Hey.
what I got right here.
Hey, whatever you're drinking on, whatever you're drinking
But I do have a little shot of something right here. It is happy hour.
Look, exactly.
This is a
spicy
rum.
A little shot of something. You got some rum? What you got?
Some rum.
Oh, that sounds good over there. That sounds good. Okay, so people are definitely joining on now. Okay,
yes.
So shouting out to Jordan. Hey, I see you. My dad. We got D in the house. So I see everybody Lex. So definitely, I know people are going to be joining in slowly, but I hope everybody has their cocktails, whatever you like. Whatever you're doing, make sure you have it, because this conversation is going to be great. Miss Dottie, like I was telling everybody, I'm just going to tell a little bit about myself, just a little smidget. Then we're going to get into you. We're going to get into these questions, okay? So definitely excited about this, guys. So for everybody who doesn't know me and just learning about me due to Miss Dottie just promoting me on, Instagram and Facebook, I am Baileys Bartending. Hey, Baileys Bartending in the house, okay, right? And I am just a young female entrepreneur, thanks to Miss Dottie here, definitely supporting, helping me out, just starting my business. But I'm a young entrepreneur, bartender. I definitely go out here, do events, anything that you're requesting, we definitely can get it done. Also, I sell drinks, popsicles, I do infused treats. So, we are definitely a little bit of everything. Just a little bit of everything. I live by our motto, more than a bartending business. We also create experiences while serving you. Okay. So that's just a little bit about me. I've been doing this for 2 years. Again, shout out to Miss Dottie because she started me off. So we're definitely about to get into Miss Dottie and basically her business, how she started her business, all the good tips and what we should know. So I'm glad everybody is tuning in. How are you feeling? How are you feeling today, Miss Dottie?
Oh, today is a good day. I've had a lot of not so good days because we went from COVID-19 to the Bailey flood of 2020. But it's okay.
Yes.
Because
yes,
as we
definitely.
all know,
Look like you
I'm still standing.
Coming back.
Yes. So COVID-19 has been a
You
big,
are.
has been a true big. But we'll get through it.
Right.
We'll be on the other side of this.
Yeah.
Talking about,
you already know.
Oh my God, remember when? That's what we're gonna be on the other side of it.
Exactly.
I can't wait to be on the other side of it.
That is definitely what I'm waiting for, just to get on the other side, because this has been rough. So, I mean, just getting into things, Miss Dottie, I just want to know, first of all, why bartending? Like, what led you to go into this profession?
Okay. So I moved from New York City to Atlanta in 1993. Never really wanted to do bartending. I've always been in corporate America. That's been my whole thing. And
Wow.
a good, when I tell you, a flight attendant, I started working for the airlines, and a flight attendant friend of mine, she was on reserve, because what I used to do, I used to talk to the new hire flight attendant class, and I used to be like, so here's the deal. When we call, you got to come. And one of my good friends, she said, so I work at a club, Dottie, on the weekends. I make more money Friday, Saturday, Sunday than any job. She said, I know that you are top notch in your corporate job. Is there any way that you could work my schedule that I could have off the weekends? Now, me and the supervisor manager that I was like, I could do my best, but I don't know how much I could get you off, but I will try. She said, if you could, I will invite you to my club, VIP, you and your friends come, and you see what I do. I said, okay. So I said, okay. So I went out there to the club at the time. This club is no longer in Atlanta right now. I went out there and I said, let me see what she does. And when I tell you, I was in awe watching her behind that bar.
Right.
I was like, I mean, when I tell you that club was 6 people thick, lines from here. She was shaking it up, like you said, shaking it up, pouring.
Yeah.
What you want? I got you. I was like, I want to do that, right? So never in my wildest dreams I thought that was what I wanted to do. So I said to her, I said, you know what? Are they hiring? And she was like, well, right now we're just hiring for servers, but if you get your foot in the door, I said, well, you know what? I'll come in as a server. Yeah. After 8 hours, my feet was tired, my arms was tired, I was tired, but I walked out with good money. But my bartender walked out with better money. Okay, my apron was full, but my bartender's bucket was full to capacity, because not only did she get tipped out from the customers, she got tipped out from the servers, because we went to her for drinks all night long. Right. So we had to give her 10% of our tips. So if I made $300, she got 30 from me, 30 from all 10 servers. I said, there's something wrong with this picture. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and go to school and become a bartender. Now, as you know as well as I know, you could go to school. Yes. You could go and take that class. You could learn the skills, and then you go out here and try and get a job, and everybody be like, you ain't got the experience. Huh?
You have no experience. You don't have any experience, right?
Like, you can't get the experience until somebody gives you a chance to get the experience. So I did do many years, 2006 to 2015, worked for somebody else. No problem. It was great. My experience working for the other people that I worked for were wonderful. But I got tired of waiting on the check for somebody else. I'm like, this is mobile bartending. Like,
exactly.
I could do this, and how do I begin? How do I even start the process? And again, I've had wonderful friends in my corner that I was sitting at my job talking to my girlfriend, Gail, and I said, damn, Gail, you think I can start a mobile bartending? She was like, yes. I was like, but doesn't it cost money? She was like, okay. And I was like, I don't know. I'm scared. She was like, let's call Sean Thomas. She's my marketing person. Let's call Sean and see what it would take to get you started. Meaning, let's see what all it would take. Meaning, cards, website, logo. You know, I even had an app at the time at the beginning. She said, let's see what it would take. We called Sean that day.
Right.
But it was about 3 to 4 weeks later because I was scared. Because you have to go out on faith.
Right.
I was
Yes,
scared.
you do. Like, you do in this.
You got to go out on faith. And I was like, I don't want to meet. I think I canceled with Sean 3 times. And finally the third time she was like, no, meet me now.
Yes, you need to go ahead and do it. You need to go ahead and do it. See, the thing is, the thing is, for everybody who is definitely joining on, who is just like, okay, what are we talking about? I asked Mrs. Dottie here. This is Baileys Bartending, guys. Shout out to everybody who's doing on Dormy, Living Life Legacy, everything. Yes. We're talking about why did she get into bartending, okay? How did she get into bartending? Because when you hear bartending, everybody is just like, okay, like that's just a hustle thing. Like, you know, it's just like, oh, it's
they really think it's just a hustle.
It's just a hustle. So when we get into this, you know, first of all, what I say to everybody, it has to be a passion, to be honest. Because once you really get in, once you really get into it, right, Miss Dottie, you can definitely vouch for this. You love it. You really love it because you do, because it's not just a hustle. It's the meeting people. It's really just the fun. It's really the fun behind it. And you make some good money out of it.
And you can make really good money. Absolutely. You can definitely make some good money. Well, people say, how much can you make? I'm like, you can clear $200, $300, $400 a night if you good. If you know your drinks, if you know your customers as they walking up to you, you already got them. They be like, I got to tell this story one time. So I had an event. This was way before Baileys Bartending, but this is when I was doing it all solo, right?
Right.
And I did this fraternity party. You know they go in. Okay.
They go in.
And I tell you this house, it was a private party, packed to capacity, probably like 150 people. I'm rocking the whole thing by myself. This guy, he probably was about 5'3". He was short, dark skin, chocolate, bald head. But it's all good because he was, he come up, he always had the same drink. That's about the third time. As soon as he came up, I was like, gin and tonic. He was like, right. He was like, oh my God, how did you know?
They be so shocked when you remember they drink. Yes.
I was
they be so impressed.
Got you.
Yeah, exactly.
They get so surprised that you know their drinks. But it is a passion. And to start your own business also takes a lot of patience and passion. A lot.
Exactly. So let's piggyback off of that. When you said to start your business, it takes a lot of patience and passion, right? Yes. So when you were starting Baileys Bartending, just tell us, first of all, let's get to this. How long have you been bartending, period? How long have you been bartending?
Since 2006.
Woo! Y'all heard that, guys? 2006. Now this experience, okay? This experience.
I've been bartending since 2006. Yes.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my God. So this just didn't jump off like, oh, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. This literally has been some time coming, some real time put in.
Yes. I started bartending for 2006.
Exactly.
And then it wasn't until 2015 that I said, I want to do this for myself. And what do I need to do to get started?
Wow.
And
so let's go to that.
Yeah, in that process, you got to come up with a little bit of money. You do, because there are things that people out here that want to pay people to do, and there are things that you can do yourself. I think the first thing is support from your family is humongous. I mean, humongous. Talk it over with your family. Say, this is something that I'm thinking about doing, because they got to understand that you're going to be consumed with this business at the onset of it for a while. So they need to understand that you may not be available because you're going to be on the phone with clients, you're going to be on your computer, you're going to be creating invoices and quotes and contracts and so on and so forth. So they need to understand. And they also are going to be your workers, your employees. So they also need to understand that. So you start with that. And then, of course, you get with somebody that could actually help you. Meaning, like I said, Sean Thomas was my person that helped me create my website. She told me where to go to create my own LLC. You could do that yourself. Create an EIN, which is the IRS, because they always got to have a little bit of something. She
Exactly.
helped me create my first set of business cards. Of course, since then I've gone to Vistaprint and created my own separately since then. But what Sean did was, because she has a network of entrepreneurs, is she just she told all of her entrepreneurs, here's a person out here that's starting her own business. Go ahead and support her if you need a bartending company. And the reason why I made a difference with my bartending company than the ones that I worked for, not knocking any of the ones that I worked for, is when I used to show up for an event, I literally showed up with a shaker, a wine opener, and a bottle opener. That's it. You know, we show up with a kit, okay?
With a whole kit. That's why I was like, what?
we show up with not just a wine bottle opener, a beer bottle opener. We show up with garnish stations, pourers, juice containers, garnish station, napkin holders, stirrer holders, mints, just making it a special touch. We have the bar sign lit, or whatever how you want to have it. We make it special. We also have a cooler that we come with in case they don't have a cooler to chill their beer and wine. So I have been to many events prior to Baileys Bartending, then I show up and like, what am I supposed to chill this beer with? Oh, well, we got a bowl.
Right.
A bowl. No, I need a cooler. I need something bigger than a bowl. So I realized that. And how many times have you done events, Lexus, no napkins, no stirrers? What?
None.
Okay.
None.
So that's
okay.
Package. When you hire us, that comes with the package. That comes with the rate. Okay. So when you show, we got it already. And cups. Because I have been to so many events, at the end of the day, like, where's the cups?
Where's the cups at?
So we come with cups and we come with all of that. So I wanted to make the experience for the client slightly different, to make them a little less worrisome of what they need to worry about. So, of course, when I started my business, it was just, okay, I'm service only. We got you covered. But somewhere midway, I had clients that were not in town and was like, I don't even want to shop for the beer, wine, or alcohol. Ding, 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 ding. There's that light bulb right there. You're like, I can do that for you. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I make money on the alcohol, because that's not my business. I'm not an alcohol provider. But we're gonna charge you a convenience fee to do it. So we'll wrap that all up in a neat bow by saying, I'll do all the shopping for you for a convenience fee. Convenience fee meaning I'm gonna charge you some mileage, some gas, and a convenience fee. I don't care what the fee may be. If it's 150, 75, whatever it is. But believe me, they pay for it, because they're like, I don't want to go to the liquor store because I don't even know what I need to buy.
Exactly. So I don't want to shop for all of that, because a lot of the customers don't know what to get. Exactly. And that's what we provide that.
Yes. So we provide packages now for them. And if they don't want us to bring the packages, I also give them a shopping list. They'd be like, I don't know how much to buy. Here you go. And that comes with time, because there's been many of events that we've showed up where we've had so much alcohol. So I have fine-tuned it to, when I send you a shopping list, just buy what I tell you, and you're going to have a great party.
Right.
You're going to have a great party. But over years, it's gotten, it's streamlined to be great. But I have been blessed to have great bartenders like Lexus. And it makes me so humble and proud that this girl right here, was one of my bartenders. We worked one event together. Instantly fell in love. One instantly fell in love with this girl. She has the
never bartended in my life.
Right.
Never bartended in my life, but I met her. That's the crazy thing about it.
I have got to have her number, because if y'all would have been to the party that we bartended at.
Shout out to D. Shout out to D. Boston. Boston, boy.
I mean,
he threw amazing parties. Yes.
When I tell you, 300 people easily. Okay.
300 people.
Easily. 300 and people. Me, Raymond, and Lexus, boy, we rocked that party like it was nobody's business. And I was like, D, I need Lexus's number. He was like, why? Because I'm about to steal her right now. Okay. I'm about to use her. Okay.
That's so crazy. It was so crazy because that night, guys, this is how me and Miss Dottie, for those who is joining on, we're talking about how she started her business, why she chose bartending. We're telling a little bit how we met.
Yes.
My first time ever bartending in life. I met Mrs. Dottie. My sister asked me to bartend for her boyfriend for his 40th party.
Right.
And she was like, I really think you'll be great. Miss Dottie and her lovely daughter, Raven, was right there next to me. I was like, oh my God, like I was about to lose my mind because it was just people coming.
It was
Can I
nonstop.
get this? Can I get that? And everybody was like, I didn't know you never bartended before. I was literally out my mind. But when I did it, guys, I loved it. I instantly just fell in love. So I can see like when people literally just come into this business and just be like, no, like it's worth it. It's
definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. And then let us not even let's say the good with the bad. There are wonderful nights, and there are nights you be like, how much is in the tip jar? You know, you be like,
it wasn't worth it.
I ain't leaving no money, but it's okay because the good definitely outweighs the bad.
The bad.
Okay.
But let's go into that though, Miss Dottie, because we're not gonna just focus on, okay, yeah, bartending is great, guys. If money comes with it, it's great. But again, I say it's got to be a passion. But within your business, let's talk about when you started and even up to now, what were your pros and cons? Tell us what your pros and cons were that you experienced.
Right. So starting a business, you always feel you got it all. You're like, I got this, I got that, I got this. And I can honestly say there was a client that hired us. No, it was a company that the client hired that hired us. Okay. And what they hired us to bring was, I think we brought all the beer, all the wine, all the ice, glassware, everything. And she kept saying, don't you need to show up early? And I was like, no, I'm thinking we'll be there an hour prior. Okay, so we did. We showed up an hour prior, but realizing that we had glassware for days, ice for days, beer for days to unload, we did push it to the limit. So we got there, and then my tablecloths that I used weren't ironed. I didn't hide my product like I teach y'all to do now. Hide everything under that tablecloth. Y'all never want to lift that tablecloth. Because you don't know what's in there. But neatness now and professionalism now is key for me, because when I had that event, I thought I was on point. Well, the person, she didn't blast me out or give me a bad review. She did send me this email that broke my spirit. When I tell you I was devastated, I was like, oh my goodness. But when I read back on it now, there were a lot of things that I needed to enhance and make a lot better. And so I thank her for it. I always look at things like this. If you're going to tell me about something that I did wrong, it's how you tell me. You could deliver it a little bit differently. We are all in the same game together. We are entrepreneurs. So you could have called me and said, girl, let me just tell you some of the things that I see that you could have done a little differently. But she sent me this horrific email that had me in tears. Like, I was crying. I sent it to all my people, and they was like, no, that was wrong. She just went in. So, but realizing she went in, she didn't know me from Adam. That's fine. And I have never seen her again. But she was right on many levels. And so since then, girl, bye. I'm going to show up way earlier if I have glassware. I went from charging my brides 4 hours to a maximum of 5, because it's going to take that time to set up. If we come with glassware, it's 6 hours, because we got to unload all that glassware, as well as at the end of the night, we got to pick up all that glassware. I try and stay away from glassware because it is tedious.
It's easy. It's tedious.
It's tedious because you got to make sure and bring it back. What clients don't understand, or people don't understand, they charge you 50 to 75 cents to rent it, but they charge you $5 if it don't come back. Remember that. So you bring it back. You
I didn't know.
But if you don't bring it back, they're gonna charge you $5. So because I have a good relationship with the glass company that I rent with, they give me about 5 glasses not to bring back. But that 6 glass, honey, you're getting charged $5. So now I have a credit card authorization for the client that if something breaks, if it's over 6 classes, they're going to get billed. That was one stepping stone that really was clear to me. But of course, we could all, the elephant in the room is COVID-19, baby. And COVID-19, as well as cash bars. Okay.
Right.
Baileys Bartending is not equipped. No, we are not licensed to do cash bars. That means we can't take cash from clients. But of course, there are many events in Atlanta that work around that, hand you tickets and so on and so forth. That's great. But I've also had a situation that didn't go well either, because in the heat of the night, things get busy and you feel you shouldn't have to get a ticket from the client or the customer. Go and give them a drink. Then I could lose everything if the police came in there and asked me, "Are you licensed to take cash?" And I would be like, no. Then they could shut me down. So understand this, other business owners. Be very mindful when you accept cash bar events. Unless you have a brick and mortar. And that means if you have a whole place that you actually have a liquor license to sell. That's the only way that you can do cash bars. But everybody figures out ways by way of buying a ticket and handing you the ticket. As long as you don't take cash, you're fine.
You're good.
So you're good. That was another stepping stone that we kind of stumbled through. But COVID-19, what I can tell you guys about COVID-19 is, yes, business went from booming to nothing.
Right. To zero. Exactly.
Okay? We was fully booked for March, April, May, and June, to everybody postponed until whenever, or possibly 2021. We had several clients push their weddings and events until next year. So then you have to go back and look at your wordage on how you send information to clients, because clients are like, well, I don't get my deposit back. Well, I do have in my contract, there's a non-refundable deposit.
Right.
But I have just, because of COVID-19, redid my contract. Okay. And it doesn't specify COVID-19. It does specify things beyond your control. Okay. Because just say, for instance, let's use this as an example. We had a bride, just say, for instance, a bride that was scheduled to get married in August in Puerto Rico. Okay. Hurricane came through. Of course, she's not getting married in Puerto Rico now. So she has to cancel her wedding. Who am I to take her money from her because a hurricane came through? Right. And that came from a lawyer that said to me, come on, Dottie, you gotta think about that from a standpoint from a client. So because of that, I have now I have changed my contract to state, if you cancel within 60 days, full refund. If you cancel within 30 days, 50% refund. If you cancel under 30 days, zero refund. But that's all in the contract. Okay. As well as if you stay over, there's an additional fee, not the regular rate. So we've changed some things in our contract, but that all was due to COVID-19. This has been a painful time for everyone, not just Baileys Bartending, Woods Bartending. I mean, it's been painful for everyone. Everybody has felt difficult the pain of COVID. Okay,
exactly.
Everybody's felt the pain. But what I do know is 2021, baby.
Yes,
2021.
We coming back with this.
Remember 2018 when y'all? Exactly. I had y'all working every weekend. Okay.
Look,
2021 is going to be the same.
Look, every weekend, like it was like non-stop. Can you work this day like this? Okay, hold on. I just got somebody on the same thing.
I mean,
yes, I'm telling you.
It's crazy. That's how 2021 is going to be.
It's definitely, yes, especially when this passes through. Look, we had got a question in from Sabu. Yes, even though the lovely Raven, Miss Drunken Noodle, did answer his question, but I still want to go ahead and ask the question so you can answer as well. Probably got to say the same thing too. He said, "Why hide the liquor under the tablecloth?" That's what he said. Why hide the liquor? He's just curious. He's just curious. Why are we hiding the liquor, Miss Dottie?
Right, because so just think about it when you come up to a bar. Now, when you come up to an actual brick and mortar, your liquor is behind you, beautifully set up, looking all amazingly beautiful. When you come up to a bar that's at a wedding or at a birthday party, unless you have the Baileys Bartending bar, which we do have, and you can display it pretty. What we do have underneath the tablecloth is the extra, not what we're going to display what we got. Right. We don't need all the extra cases sitting on the side, extra cases of wine bottles just sprawled everywhere. We want you to come up to a bar that is beautifully to look at when you walk up to it. You want to see what you got to drink, so you don't have to say what you got to drink. We want to show you, we want to display what we got on the bar. And then everything, all the other garbage, all the other extra napkins and cups and stuff like that, juices, and we put all that under the table. So when you so we don't never have to replenish except for reaching under the table and grabbing some more juice or grabbing some more sodas. All the sodas are under there. Just the next time that you're at an event, just ask let me see what's under that table.
Right. Let's see what's under that table. Exactly. So definitely. So people, definitely everybody who's joining, you can definitely give your feedback. You can ask your questions to Miss Dottie. Even if you are not a bartender and you're starting your own business, if you just have a business question, Miss Dottie has been in the game. Okay, she has been in the game for years. She has network and know a lot of people. Okay, and network with a lot of other business owners, so she can definitely educate you on any question that you really want to ask. Okay, so we're definitely discussing her business, her start, and even her experience through COVID-19, which a lot of businesses, again, like she even stated, has been affected. Her business has been affected. It's been rough. Okay. Now we're trying to bounce back, right? We're definitely trying to bounce back slowly and get back to the norm. That's what basically every business is definitely doing. So basically within that, there's a lot of stuff going on here. We're definitely promoting each other, Black business, supporting one another, just trying to build each other up. That's why these segments are happening, right? So let me ask you this question. Now, did you or do you, just as a Black business owner and a Black woman, ever experience any challenges, just being a Black business owner?
One thing I could say, with my business starting in 2015, really taking off 2016 and 2017, I have been blessed. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, that the business partners that I have partnered with, because we are preferred vendors at 3 locations in Atlanta, guys. 3. I would love to be preferred vendors on many more, but you know what? The 3 that we have keep us busy, and I'm not complaining in no way, shape, or form. And I got to shout my businesses out too. But Black business owners, you want to be diverse and be able to work in any event space. And one thing that I could say at the onset of my business, doing these networking events that I have done with Corey and Ashanti, I've done so many networking events. You are out there with all a diverse crew, so you got to be able to show up when you're asked to show up. Meaning, show up and show out. Meaning, don't half step, because everybody's expecting 100%. So if I'm going to show up at a Black event 100%, I'm going to show up to the same white event or a Caucasian event or a different hue event the same way. So what I have learned over the years, and I can honestly say that I get this from my mother. Okay, I gotta shout my mama out, because my mother, when I tell you, they say black of the berry, sweet of the juice, right? My mother is as dark skinned as they get. But when my mother used to be at the Ritz-Carlton in New York City at the bar having her martini. She didn't care who was around her. Yeah, I might be the only Black person here, but guess what? My money is green, just like your money.
Exactly.
And that is the same way that I have taught my children and the same way that I run my business. So I'm not going to charge different prices for Black people, different prices for white people. My business, when we show we have quality. And so I've been blessed to have been a part of my top venue. So I don't know if Finley Farmstead is on tonight listening in, but when I tell you, I met Dina and her team in 2016. When I tell you we was brand spanking new. So a bride reached out to me. I got to tell this story. She reached out to me. She said, Dottie, I had a bartender. I've been trying to call him for days. He's not answering. The owner of the venue wants his insurance information and will not supply it. And this venue also wants to partner with whomever shows up and shows out, as I have said. And I said, well, Baileys Bartending will show up. Okay. So I said, what do I need to do and where do I need to go? So she gave me Dina's information. I left my job. I was out by the airport and I rode out to Dina's place. Dina's place is in Canton, Georgia. Okay. I know everybody know where Canton is. 75, past Kennesaw, 575, all the way down. I was driving for like an hour. I was like, Lord, I'm driving an hour and a half to get here. But you know what? That's okay. So I showed up at Dina's place. We immediately clicked. She's also a woman in business. Right. We immediately clicked. And when I tell you from 2016 to current, we are her only bartending team that shows up on her venue. And Dina knows how to do it right. And there is no color at Finley Farmstead. All of her team they love us like we are. They are true blood family. We've been going through a flood, Bailey flood 2020. We've been out of our house for 3 weeks, going on 4. And when Rodney worked there last Saturday, they was like, what do y'all need? Do y'all need furniture? I got a whole basement full. I mean, when I tell you, I know for a fact that Dina would give me anything that I needed because we are truly a family. It's not about that I'm her vendor. We're a family. Okay. Finley Farmstead was the first venue that put us on as a preferred venue.
Wow.
Chalet Gardens was also one of my girls. We worked together at the airline. That's her venue out there in Riverdale. A gem in the rough. Okay.
Wow.
Y'all ever want a beautiful space out in Riverdale? Check out
Chalet
Gardens.
Chalet Gardens is lovely, guys. It's beautiful.
And she's upgraded it to the T. The outside is amazing. The bar is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Her team said, Rochelle just happened to call me one day, and she didn't even realize I had branched off. And she was like, Dottie, do you still does Raven still bartend and so on and so forth? I was like, well, by the way, I started my own business. And then boom. Right. Now that's how that relationship started. And our third relationship is Epicenter out in Riverside, out there by not too far from Six Flags. We also have a great relationship with them. The manager over there, we talk frequently. Whenever they need a bar, they call us. So I've been blessed.
You've been blessed, exactly.
Hurdles. Oh, no. Wait a minute, Lexus.
Okay.
You made me forget. Because you know I had a hurdle. One hurdle.
Okay, I'm say, what? Okay, let's hear about the one hurdle. The one hurdle, yes.
I forgot. So here's something that I've learned, and this is something that you guys can take as a nugget.
Okay.
When you create these partnerships, you want to do it the grandfather way. You want to handshake and say, we got you covered, always. Because we don't need paperwork and lawyer jargon. But what happens is sometimes you get screwed because of that. And I did get screwed because of that. We had a venue out in Roswell, okay, that I sat down with the owner, and he used the crap out of us for like 9 months. And we were fine. gave him good rates. My bartender showed up. We loved the space because it was a nice space. The venue was great. I'm not dogging out any venue online things, but it was in Roswell.
We're not. No, it's all positivity.
Yeah, it was in Roswell. And then I literally went to call them for our next event, which was like in a week. Like I always call the week before, hey, you still need our 2 bartenders? Crickets. I called his sister. Crickets. I text him. Crickets. So you're going to tell me that you found somebody cheaper and you couldn't even be a business owner and just call me and say, we're no longer going to use your services because we found somebody lower. You didn't even give me the chance to possibly match it, which I wouldn't.
To negotiate.
I wasn't going to negotiate because we was already low. But I always look at things. I always look at things like this. When you buy something, you don't need to buy the high. You don't need to buy the low. But somewhere in the middle, you want to stay. And we were right there in the middle. So I wasn't going to go lower, okay, because we had already showed up for 8-9 months every time. He called me some Sundays about, oh, I forgot to tell you, I need you on the schedule today. And I would show up. But that's okay, because right after that didn't pan out, something else, the door closed on him and the door opened on something else. That's how we look at it. So that was my only bad experience, because I didn't have a binding contract with him, and I don't have a binding contract with Epicenter, Chalet Gardens, neither Finley Farmstead. But they know that we are the people to come to, and they know we're gonna show up. And so I don't need to. But he jerked us around and keep it moving. That's all right. He'll get his, but I've seen many reviews on his and it's bad, so it doesn't matter. But that was that was the only hurdle that I've had. Bartenders come and go, that too. They come and go. They just come and go. I have a handful of great bartenders right now. 2016, 17, and 18 was off the chain. Like Lexus will tell you, she was working every week. And then last year, for some reason, this wasn't just me. Many of even my venues was saying it was just a little slower. So last year, I just kind of used my core bartenders. I already know 2021, I'm going to be looking for bartenders. Woods Bartending will be still working for Baileys Bartending in 2021.
Exactly.
But Lexus Lexus is still my bartender. When I tell you, I love Lexus. She is so personable, but she's a fellow Scorpion like myself. So Scorpions in the house.
Exactly, right? Exactly. We are. So Miss Dottie, everybody, some people are still joining in while we're talking and everything, which is great. Shout out to Gee. He just joined in. Betty, I see you, girl.
Yay.
African Goddess. Hey, we are sitting over here having discussions. You know, we're joining this beautiful queen here. She has been in the game for 14 years, okay? Been in the game, doing this bartender thing. She's literally has so much knowledge on her on how to run this business, the ins and outs of this business, giving us tips on what to look for, what to, really expect, even from the pros and the cons. Yes. So it's literally very enlightening, especially to a young entrepreneur as myself, from, someone who has already built relationships, have partnerships, somewhere where, hey, I'm looking to get, okay, it would definitely come,
it's coming.
But
it's definitely coming.
What you, exactly, I'm saying that's positive you, just, just keeping faith in everything, but just learning from you, it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, just to young entrepreneurs such as myself, what are your tips on going into this business, like literally just starting your own bartending business? What tips would you give a young entrepreneur now, especially during this time? Like just little tips just to say, hey, this is how I would do it, if you're interested.
Yeah. And I think that the tips that I would give is, one, get started. Definitely. Don't procrastinate, because that's what my girlfriend told me. Don't procrastinate. I have my nephew that is now doing his thing, with Shane Michael Catering. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And he procrastinated for a while, but now Sherrod is out there doing his thing.
Sherrod can cut.
Yes, Sherrod can cut, boy. Y'all need a caterer? Sherrod got you covered. And then, my son, he's also
Sherrod can stir down.
Yes, and then Rodney is also he's in school now doing culinary. So basically, I mean, the one-stop shop is gonna be where you at right now. Like eventually, I'm gonna have my own venue where you're gonna be able to come in and be like, I want boop, 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 and I got you covered. But I think that the number one tip is don't get frustrated, because there are so many people out there that will try you. Okay, just stay true to yourself. Get started. Have a platform that you can really talk to people. So be personable about it. So here's an example. And I love to give examples. So my girlfriend, so when I send emails back and forth to clients, I used to say, me. You know what I'm saying? I. And I am not the company. We, Baileys Bartending, is the company, right? So there was my very first client. She hired us at probably the end of 2015 for her son's wedding that year, or her wedding. No, it was her wedding. But then somewhere along the line, unfortunately, her son was murdered. So she had to postpone her wedding to the year after. So I was so apologetic and, reached out to her and everything like that. So what happened was the year later, when she was about to redo it, I think she had so many things going on with the passing of her son and her son's kids. But because I had gotten so personal with her, meaning I am so sorry and stuff like that, she felt that she could, oh my God, so Dottie, I can't pay the whole thing now. I'll send you the rest in 2 weeks. And so my heart was like, I'll show up, I'll bartend for free.
Right, I'll just
I know you lost your son, I'll do it. My girlfriend Gail, bye. She was like, Dottie,
you ain't still a business.
She was like, Dottie, I love you to death. But one, you need to change that I to we.
Yep.
Okay? Because if people think that it's you and it's not you, it's a company. So when they understand that you are talking to a company and not just a person, they won't try you as much. Okay? She said, you need to respond back and say, we will need the payment by Friday at 5. If we do not get the payment by Friday, Baileys Bartending will not be on site on Saturday. And that was already pushing it to the day before, which we don't never do that.
Wow.
So when Gail sent me that, she said, I need you to copy and paste and send this right away. I was like, it was hard for me because I'm a sap. I'm a big old sap. Okay. She was like, no. I was like, no.
We got big hearts.
We have that big heart. She said, copy and paste, Dottie. She said, copy and paste and send this just like that. So I did.
Right.
And then she responded back and she said, okay, that was maybe Tuesday. She said, okay, I'm going to try my best to get it to you by Thursday or something like that. She responded back on Thursday. She said, we're not going to be able to go with your company. I'm quite sure the deposit is forfeited at this point. I'm thinking, girl, you paid the deposit a year ago. So absolutely. But at that point,
it is.
I did feel bad. I was like, I'm sorry that it didn't pan out, but I'm sorry. It is. I mean, but that's because I am so personable. When I send the emails back, I'm saying, Baileys Bartending would love to be a part of this, but I used to say, me, Dottie, no. And then to the point that Lexus, you're going to get this. They want you at the wedding. There's going to be times you can't be there.
Right.
So I've come to the point that I have even put that in my contract. You may or may not get the owner of the company. Okay? I got one of my reviews that is still on my website today that said she gave me a 4-star because she didn't have me as the bartender. Girl, is the owner of Amazon showing up at the door?
Wow.
I ain't never seen the owner of Amazon deliver packages at my door. So
that's what I'm saying.
Why would you expect me to show up all the time? She said, I really thought I was going to get Dottie because they speak to me for that whole year or 6 months and they want me, and I get it, but I'm the voice, but I'm not going to always be there. So now when I talk to them, I try and tell them, I said, they always say, who's going to be my bartender? So now when I send them, when they pay their final deposit, I say, thank you for your final deposit. Your bartenders will be. And who's showing up. So they know it's not going to be me. Not going to be me. So that's one tip. Just let them know And try not to always say I'm a new business, because they will dog you out with that new business.
Right. Then they want to, okay, so we can negotiate our price, and
because you
so
knew.
she's new to this thing. Right, exactly.
You
They
knew.
take advantage of
So
that.
they don't know they don't know how long you've been in business, girl. Shoot.
Exactly.
Woods bartending can been around. Don't matter. They don't know.
Right.
So don't tell them that it's new, because they will try and dog you out. So and don't ever short yourself, like just like I've seen that meme all on Facebook, how Beyonce sells her shirts for $40, $50, $75. Why do we gotta short ourselves? I'm not shorting myself. And it wasn't until somebody else, and I'm shout out Adelia Catering. It wasn't until she said, girl, why are you charging this? No, you're charging way too low. And I was just trying to get the clients. You charge a price to get the clients. She said, no. She said, if anybody ever asks me for a bartender, I'm telling him this rate, period. I was like, oh. And I've never budged from that price point since.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not. And that's how you have to stay true to what you're going to bring to the table by your price point. There's nothing wrong with starting as you are brand new. And here's an example. 2016, maybe 2016. At the very onset, I had gotten a bride that it was back and forth on Thumbtack, and I think I charged her $20 an hour. I didn't care. I just wanted the event.
Right.
And then she stopped planning her wedding. And then it wasn't until like mid-July she reached back out to me. She was like, hey, Dottie, oh my gosh. She said, I'm ready to start the process back again. I was like, oh, okay. And I looked at that rate. I was like, what was I thinking when I charged
$20 an hour? Yes.
I was like, oh my God, what was I thinking? But
exactly.
You know what? I still stuck to that rate. And it didn't matter, because when sister showed up at the door, you know what that girl did? She handed me an envelope with 2 crisp $100 bills in there, baby. So, boom. That's why always stay humble, stay true to yourself, because whatever you put out there in kindness is going to come back way more.
It is.
Way more. And I have seen that time and time again. I'd be like, all right, I'll give you a smidgen. And then I leave out of there with $300-$400 in my tip jar. I'm good.
You good. That's what I said. Can you do it? Yeah, you do make it back within the tip jar, though. You do make it back, because they do tell the they get, please tip the bartender. Go ahead and tip the bartender.
Right. And then also, Lexus, you'll get to points in your business that you will automatically add gratuity to your bill. You'd be like, so you ask your client, do you want me to add gratuity now, or do you want me to put out a tip jar? And a lot of times they'll say, well, what is the gratuity? And you'll charge a percentage. And then even after you charge the percentage, people will still be like, where's your tip jar? You never say, no, don't worry about it. No. You don't display it, but you have it, inconspicuously behind the bar, because you don't never want to act like they didn't give you something. But to me, this is how I look at it. The bride and groom wanted to tip you. The 100 guests is completely different. So the tip that you add to the bill is a gift from the bride and the groom. The tip jar is from your guests. And if they want to tip you, never, ever say, we good. Now, if the bride and groom are adamant, I don't want to see a tip jar, I don't want to see it nowhere near your bar, then you put it up. And then you tell your guests they already took care of me. But that's very rare. It's very rare. At one of our venues, we don't display it, but we have it behind the bar. But we also have, but the tip is already included in the bill. So my bartenders walk out with pay. Into the bill. Yeah, they walk out with pay, gratuity, and gas. And then anything they make extra is extra. They love it. They love it. They love it.
Yes, I know. It is good. It's good. We'll get some money. Good to have some little extra money, right? Exactly. Exactly. Is there any more tips that you would like to just tell anybody else who is getting into the business and what to expect, what
Oh,
you
so,
would
so,
say?
so here's another tip that I have
Hmm.
come to realize with COVID-19. So, of course, as a new business owner, and even though I'm 5 years into the business, I'm still new. Okay,
Right.
come back when I say I'm 25 years. I'm still new. Okay, so when you're new, you're trying your best to pay for what you absolutely have to pay for, and try and figure out the ways that things that you don't have to pay for. So what I didn't pay for is a payroll system. Okay, and because I
Mm,
didn't pay for a payroll system, I didn't get any of those beautiful small business loans that they was offering because I didn't have a payroll system.
right.
They wanted me to provide how I paid my bartenders. Well, honey, I paid my bartenders via Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. Now, they want an actual payroll system that you can show them actual how you pay them. 1099 don't mean nothing. Even though I sent them all my 1099s. I was like,
Right.
here's my 1099. That shows you that I paid my bartenders. Because I sent it to the IRS. They were like, no.
We need a
Okay.
payroll. Right.
They need a payroll. So if you could afford a payroll system, have at it.
Mm.
I don't think that we ever gonna see. I pray to God we're never gonna see this COVID-19 crap again in life. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if I could afford a payroll system, I may do it, but it's not cheap. It's not.
Mm.
It depends on how many employees you got, and then during this slow period, I would still be paying for the payroll system, and I ain't paying nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can hand my son. I could transfer the money to my son via Venmo. My daughter, I could hand her cash. I could hand, you know what I'm saying? I could send you PayPal. Why do I need to do a payroll system? But I understand the government handing trillions and trillions of dollars out, and that's how they wanted it. So
Right.
because of that, I didn't see it. There were many people that got it. Baileys Bartending did not. But I don't look a gift horse in the mouth because I look at it that I didn't get it for a reason. I ain't get it for a reason. There's a reason why I ain't get it. There's got to be God always sees before I see. There's a reason why I didn't get it, so I'm okay because we're picking back up slowly, and it's still very slow in comparison to norm. Okay.
Comparing to exactly.
Yes. In
Exactly.
comparison to the norm, July is typically slow. We start picking back in August, September, October. We're supposed to be fully booked 4 or 5 events a weekend. We only got like 2 in August, 1 in September. We got about 4 in October. So we're definitely not nowhere near where we always have been in the past.
Yes, but we were definitely discussing. You was giving us some tips and everything, which was great upon starting your business, coming in here as a young entrepreneur, what to expect, really, just getting into the business and how you should go about it. So I, definitely enjoying the tips of what you were definitely saying. And, also, I just want you to tell us, what does Baileys Bartending offer? What do you offer? Besides, the bartend, we know the bartending service.
Lexus, you're so sweet. You're the best.
Thank
So what
you.
Lexus is doing, what Lexus is doing, y'all need to jump on it because she is offering Black business owners a time to just talk about themselves. And why not? Because we have to help each other. And one of my sayings, which I'm gonna get my t-shirt guy to put this on a shirt, is there's enough pie out here for everyone. Okay. Baileys Bartending can't do every event. Okay, Adelia Catering can't cater every event. Okay,
Yes,
there's more than enough out here to share, and that is the reason why I know my blessings will always come because when my bartenders want to spread out, do their own, have at it. I'm so excited about it because I can always say, "Girl, I got 5 events. You want 2 of these?"
right.
That's how we do that. Okay,
that's it.
Right. So my elevator pitch is Baileys Bartending is a mobile bartending company that delivers excellent service as well as bar packages if need be. We show up fully prepared to pour. You don't need to bring nothing. No coolers, no shakers, no bottle openers, no wine openers, garnish stations, none of that. We come fully prepared for pour. We have a bar. Baileys Bartending 20. We have a Baileys Bartending bar that we can show up with. We have 6-foot tables, 2 of them. In the event we can't bring the bar, when you show up, our bar is fully displayed perfectly. We have alcohol package that include beer and wine, or beer, wine, and alcohol, and service. We also offer drop-off. So if you have a venue that you don't need a bartender, but you want us to, that you have a venue that has their own catering bartending services, but don't provide the alcohol, guess what? We have drop-off packages. We will buy it all, drop it off, and y'all pour it up. So we even have that. So we have packages that range from, this year, what we created for our clients was, I don't never want to say a low scale package because we don't do low scale. Okay. But what we have created was a package affordable package. So we have the affordable package, we have the mid-grade package, and we have the high-end package, right? And we always like to use vodka as the perfect example. So your affordable vodka package is Kirkland's brand. People are like, what's Kirkland's? Costco. Don't sleep on Kirkland's. Costco has vodka, rum, whiskey, tequila, and gin. Okay? Don't sleep on Kirkland's brand because all of their brands, just think about it like this. You have a huge company like Grey Goose, Absolute, Ciroc that can't sell to the warehouses at their high rate. So they have to make brands that people will buy. Drink up, honey. No headache, no gut crap in the next day. Kirkland's brands is the business.
Y'all heard that?
And I've been a Grey Goose drinker for a long time. And this girl right here, Kirkland's. Then you have your mid-grade package, which is Tito's. All right. And then, of course, you have your high grade, which is Grey Goose, Belvedere, and so on and Ciroc. Okay. But we can bring anyone that you want, mix and match if you need to. We will customize the package to fit the needs of your event, whatever it may be. Backyard barbecue, wedding, milestone birthday, we got you covered. And like Lexus and I have said in the earlier videos, when we come, we come with everything. Like in this package, you're gonna get all the sodas, all the chasers, waters, ice, all the garnishes, everything. So you don't need to worry about anything because we, as in myself and Lexus, have done events. People like, where's the ice? One bag?
Yep.
2 bags? No.
We don't have ice.
Y'all think we are joking, but we have been to many events. You be like, how many bags of ice y'all got? 3?
Right.
150 people here. Stop.
Exactly. We don't have no ice. We're like, what in the world's happening here?
I have left an event, okay, and drove to the gas station for ice.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, because nothing drives a bartender crazy. Or
with no ice. You
have no ice, no cups, and not chasers. Like, so when y'all bought all this liquor, did you not think to buy some juice? I'm just not understanding.
Exactly. And that's the thing. You are telling nothing but the truth, Miss Dottie, for real. Because the thing is, what you're saying is so true. Because a lot of customers do not understand that due to the fact it's like, especially they never threw an event before. They like, I don't really know exactly what to get. And instead of asking, they just go ahead and
go to the they just go to the liquor store and buy all the liquor and walk out the store and be like, we good. Be like, there's some juice to go with that. So we have created the packages for you. So we have taken the guesswork out of it. You don't need to worry about it. We got you covered. So that is what we've created in the last 2 or 3 years, and it's gone over very well. And my prices are very, very comparable. I mean, comparatively, I have had clients say, I'm surprised. Like, this is pretty low. I'm like, yeah. And I've also had venues that have approached us and we've given them the package and they're like, other people won't even give us the price points. I'm like, I don't understand why, because that means there's something that's shady there. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm charging you. So
Right.
so you can tell your client, and they'd be like, "That's it." Yeah, because I know what it takes to buy all this stuff, and like I said, we're gonna charge you convenience. We do have another venue coming up on the horizon, and this is called Kenya Vineyards. They are out in Dahlonega. Okay.
Oh.
And we have 2 weddings coming up with them, and they're way out there because they have told me, they said, Dottie, when you come, bring everything because we don't have a store around the corner. But they are up there in Dahlonega, and they found me on Facebook. You know how you put these Facebook ads out, or people say we're looking for so and so. Sometimes they work. So here's another tip, and to your Facebook, your Instagram watchers, post on Instagram, post on Facebook, post in those other sites like the wedding sites, the all on Facebook, because if you don't add yourself to them, people can't tag you to them. So a lot of them, Lexus, add yourself to them. So this way, when people say I'm looking for, then people could chime in and add you, because I'm on a few of them. I'll send you all the ones that I'm a part of, because I have I have people like, oh snap, they tagged me, okay, and then I'll send them a private message. If they hire me, they hire me. If they don't, they don't. I can't. I'm not gonna. What I'm not gonna do is keep harboring you. I'm gonna send you my message. I'm gonna say, did you find somebody? And if they didn't, if they did, they did. You know, I have many people that I've done the whole process. Like, we've decided to go another route.
Okay.
Okay. Post your business on other websites, Lexus, like Thumbtack, Bark, The Knot. I've gotten 90% of my business on The Knot.
Okay.
And if you get on The Knot, it's going to be you and me on The Knot. That's how fly The Knot is. The Knot doesn't have a lot of bartenders that pay, because people don't want to pay. You can get on The Knot and don't pay, but so how you have to think about it like this: if you pay for it, your name moves up to a different level. If you don't pay for it, so people say, I want a bartender in Atlanta, you'll be at the bottom of the list, and people may not scroll to the bottom of the list. But if you pay for it, the algorithms move you up to the top. And I've realized that with The Knot as well as Wedding Wire. I've never paid for Wedding Wire, but because I was on The Knot, people found me on Wedding Wire, and then as soon as they review you, also reviews are huge. When I tell you how big reviews are, so when somebody sends you a review, post it everywhere. Okay. You know why? Because it shows up on Google. That's why. Okay. You'll be surprised. Right now, you brand new, but you'll be surprised. You do Baileys Bartending on Google and see how many things pop up. I never paid for Google. Not one penny have I paid for Google. But because people review you everywhere, Google understands that, oh, this must be a business that may need to be showcased. So they'll put you in there. And I've had many people say, I'll be like, where'd you find me? And they'll be like, on Google. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. But yeah, so post your reviews everywhere in every platform that you can. Okay. Get as many as you need to get, because I look at reviews, and when I tell you, when I look on Baileys Bartending, when I look at Google, I have 23, 25 here, 25 here, 35. I have a lot of reviews, but still, for a business in the length of I've been in business, I should have hundreds, but I don't, because people sometimes don't take the time to review.
Time to do it, right?
They don't take the time to do it. But what I do have is I do have a quality amount. So I'm not complaining about that, because the people that have reviewed me, they took the time and I posted as much as I can. So get your reviews. After you do an event, Lexus, send your client an email with the link to where to review. Okay. You say you could do it 2 days after, you know. So the wedding was on Saturday, Monday or Tuesday. Send them a link. Say, hey, thank you so much for hiring Wiz Bartending. If you liked our services, please review us here, and send them the link. So they may not do it then, because they may be on their honeymoon. So one more time, a week later, send it again. And if they don't, they don't. but a lot of times they will click the link and they'll respond, or they'll send back a review via to your email, which all you gotta do is copy and paste and put it wherever you need to put it.
Okay. Okay.
Reviews are
That
very
sounds
important.
perfect. Reviews are good. Reviews
Very
are really
important.
good.
Okay. But Thumbtack and Bark, they work every now and again. The knot has been Thumbtack was the best for me at the beginning, but they've changed their algorithms as well. So you got to pay. It's just it can be pricey, but I'm not saying don't try them all out. Vilio, Wedding Vilio, or it's another one. But I'll send you all the information. But
yes,
we still have to have our meeting. We haven't had our meeting, but
yes, definitely. But I really do appreciate the tips and the feedback. But what we are looking for too, what are we expecting from Baileys Bartender? For the remainder of this year and for the future, what do we expect to see from Baileys Bartending?
So for the remainder of this year, we're going to continue to ride out COVID-19 until I don't want to hear that name no more. Unfortunately, I've had weddings canceled and postponed till 2021.
Okay.
Oh, here's another little nugget. Okay. Like I said, with the contract that I've revised, where if they cancel within a certain amount of time, you have to give them their money back. So hold on to the money, because a lot of times we rob Peter to pay Paul. All of us. I mean, we all do. But what I'm going to start doing for 2021 is not using my clients' money if I don't need to, because if I have to give it back, I got to give it back.
You got to give it back. Right.
So try your best. Don't get me wrong. Because how I always looked at it was the deposit was for services and the balance was for profit. But the way COVID-19 been rolling, it's like profit, balance, we need it all.
We need it all. Exactly.
We need it all.
Exactly.
But for 2020, we have a few events for the remainder of this year. Not a lot. Like, I think we may have 10 events for the finish up this year. But for 2021, my goal is, we want a venue. Baileys Bartending wants a venue. Okay. I shout out to all my other mobile bartending services, like yourself, Mixie Chicks, that creates cocktail books and couches. I mean, I love that. I'm like, I wish I had time to do that, but I don't. But I love it. I love it.
Yes.
But I'm a more of a. I mean, I wish I could even do these videos. I mean, I just like, I love your happy hour videos. Right. I love your happy hour videos on Friday, Lexus. Those are great.
Thank you.
So you keep doing that. Get your crowd. Get your people coming in the door. But 2021, I'm gonna start focusing on saving money. Where we probably won't want to open up our venue in 2021, but 2022, because I want a venue. I want my clients to walk in my door, and I want them to say, Baileys Bartending, Shane Michael Catering, Gail Elite Services for their honeymoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to be able to one-stop shop. Okay, I got an officiant, Cheryl. She's my officiant. You know what I'm saying? Tanisha. I got people everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you don't need to go no further. Catering companies, Adelia. Oh my God. Like, I have catering companies off the chain. So I got enough people that if you walk in my door, you have a choice. You don't got to go with Shane Michael. You ain't got to go. You got, here's this package. Here's this package. Here's this package. I got photographers. Truth. Yes, we know Truth.
Yes.
Freaking photography. I mean, he's the bomb.com. I got photography. And then I got DJ Keena. I got my DJ. She's off the chain. DJ.
She was off the chain.
Woo!
She was off the chain.
Wait a minute. Wait, Lexus. I never thought, and I got to say this, I never thought that I would need another DJ. So you haven't been privy to my parties except for my birthday party, right? And that was my DJ.
Right.
So my girlfriend, husband, does that as a side gig, not really like, just fun. And when I was putting together Riley's graduation, we found DJ Keena at a New York and Company in Perimeter Mall doing her off the chain. We in there dancing like it's nobody's business. So I grabbed her card. Riley was like, "Why? Why you grab her card? We already have a DJ." But you never know. What if DJ
you just never know.
is out of town? Lo and behold, Riley's graduation, my DJ was out of town. We called DJ Keena.
Wow.
We called DJ Keena. I paid her for 4. She stayed for 6, and I had to pay her for 2 extra hours because she was off the chain. And you saw how off the chain she was.
She was off
at Raven's
the
party.
chain. She was. She had everybody lit.
She plays straight for the guests. She's your next person that you need to have on live. When I tell you she's a New Yorker too, bye.
Amazing. She's amazing. She's amazing. And I definitely can vouch for that, guys. Like, literally, if you need a DJ, please say her name again. Please say her name again, Miss Dottie.
DJ Keena.
Yes. DJ Keena.
Yes.
If you need a good DJ, black
female,
black entrepreneur, black woman. Yes, black female. She gets down. She's down.
She's
definitely.
the bomb. We love her. She's the bomb. So,
and that's definite.
So we're looking to open up a venue, and that's what I want. Awesome. That's my end goal to this Baileys Bartending. I want to have a venue. I want somebody to come in, and I want my venue Lexus to be beautiful. So that's the reason why I'm not going to just find a spot and open it up. When I'm ready to open up, because you know how many people, when you have a business, that's another thing. Everybody want to give you money. We want to give you a loan for, baby.
Right.
I'm not taking none of your money until I'm ready to walk in my door with a key. Okay?
Yep.
So that's our next thing. That's my goal for 2021 to hopefully have it opening by 2022, because sustain younger, I got to do what I need to do. But you want to,
and you are doing it.
You want to leave legacies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to leave a legacy for my kids to be like, all right, we got the venue, Ma. You and Daddy go. Y'all go travel. Do you?
You good.
And that's what we want. You know what I'm saying? But until then, we're going to be in that car, riding around, Baileys Bartending on my car, serving it up.
Yep. Exactly. Miss Dottie, you have been amazing. Like, you literally have shared so much knowledge. We just having a good conversation about just your business, about your start, ins and out of your business, giving us little nuggets, little tips. I mean, this has been an amazing conversation. Is anybody that you would like to shout out, just give your shout outs to, anything else you would like to add on to this conversation before we have to go?
So I want to give a shout out to Lexus, because Lexus is one of my top bartenders, and she's starting her own business. And I really, really am really privileged and happy to share all these nuggets with Lexus, so she could branch out of her own and still work for Baileys Bartending while she's doing her thing.
Thank you.
Tell Roddy to also all my business owners all my business owners, like I said, DJ Keena, Elite Travel by Gail, Sean Thomas, Adelia, goddamn Finley Farm Center, Shelley Gardens. I love y'all all, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have a business. I have to give love to those people. And then my family, y'all have all seen my babies out there. Rodney, Raven, Sherrod, Riley, they are all out there, all my little minions. I just love y'all to death, all my family, because those are the people that I'm leaving the legacies for, and I want to continue to support them in this path. And I know that it's going to come. I know that I would have loved one day to have a bar, but no, I don't have that. I don't got the time for a bar. Just give me a venue.
It is a lot.
Just give me
it's definitely a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I want I want y'all to continue to support Baileys Bartending. We can be so. Here's our information. Okay.
Yes, please.
So of course you could follow us on Baileys Bartending 2019. I originally had an IG, Baileys Bartending. Somehow that got hacked. I could never get back into it, and you can never reach anybody on IG. So our new Baileys Bartending IG is Baileys Bartending 2019. You can find us on Facebook, Baileys Bartending. Find us on Twitter, Baileys Bartending. My website, of course, is www.baileysbartending.com. Okay, awesome. So you can reach us in all those platforms. Okay, we don't have a limit to where we will travel to work. Me and Raven have gone to Washington, D.C. Do you hear me? Okay. I had somebody reach out to me the other day, and I was like, yeah, we've traveled to Tallapoosa. They was like, Tallapoosa? I'm like, we know. That's at the borderline of Alabama. We will travel. Okay.
Oh, right. My goodness.
Yes, we will. We will travel out to Tallapoosa. We've gone to Columbus and Augusta. All right. So we will travel where you need us to travel. There will be a mileage fee when we do that travel, but that's not a problem. I'm not in the business. Baileys Bartending is not in the business to rip anybody off. We have fair pricing. I promise you that. Yes. And like I said at the onset of this interview, which it is, there is more than enough out here to share. And I have no problem sharing the events that come and go, because God is going to bless me regardless. So if I have an event that I can't cover, I'm going to share it with Woods Bartending. If Woods Bartending is booked, I'm going to share it with Mixie Chicks, because she's off the chain as well. She's doing her thing. I love her too. She's another one of our mobile bartenders out there that is doing her thing. She made a whole book during COVID-19. I was like, you know what I'm saying? She made a whole cocktail book. I love that about entrepreneurs. Do something outside of the box. Me, on the other hand, I like to make drinks, and I like to show up. I miss bartending. I miss it so much. I haven't been able to because I've been working, but that's okay. Right. My people have been showing up for me.
Definitely.
Personality is key. And Lexus, you got it, girl.
Thank you, boo. Thank you.
You got it. You have the personality, and I will be there for you every step of the way.
I appreciate that, Miss Dottie. You know, I've been appreciating you from the day I met you. You put me on. So it's been nothing but love. I really appreciate this conversation, Ms. Dottie. Just give me an opportunity to interview you, to really just get to know you as a person, how you started your business, the ins and outs, the pros and cons, everything that you've been going through COVID, and how you're coming out of COVID. Your goals. Look, what you about to look.
We're coming out of COVID dancing.
Dancing, exactly. So we're definitely just appreciate all the knowledge. And I want to give a toast to you. You know, you're a Black woman entrepreneur. You are doing your thing. Again, you've been in the game for 14 years. Congratulations to you. You are doing your thing. You're inspirational. And I appreciate all the knowledge, the support, the love that you share and that you give to not just myself, but other entrepreneurs out here. You are really one in a million. So toast to you, Mrs. Dottie Bailey. And we're going to continue to literally do business. We're going to continue to soar. We're going to continue to get out here and do what we do best. Okay. And we're going to make it. And you're going to have your business flourishing in 2022. We're going to be toasted to that. We can't wait to see that. Okay. So I just want to thank everybody for viewing, tuning in, giving us your feedback, answering questions. Ms. Dottie has been a blessing to us. And we're going to have, not this coming up Friday, but next Friday, we're going to have another Black entrepreneur. Her name is Bailey. She makes her own skincare products. This is exciting. She is one of my great friends. She is really out here doing it. She's been doing this for a while. She has her own podcast, just showing you everything that she does. So definitely, guys, tune in. I definitely post. Again, Ms. Dottie, Baileys Bartending, you have been amazing. Look, but I love you. I love you. Shout out to everybody else. Shout out to all followers and everything. But I love you. Everybody have a great night. Smooches.
Happy Friday.
And that's what they call. Happy Friday. Have a
Bye,
good
baby.
one. Bye.
Bye.